Hello guys, welcome back to Arvind the Analyst channel. It's been a long week and need to talk about our huge success in the Champions League. Really happy to be a Spurs fan currently and a team which has reached the Champions League final for the first time in their history and the second time in Europe after 1975, and that's been a huge weight for every Spurs fan in it. And I believed in Poch's project, and I know he can deliver it. And today he's delivered it. He's brought Spurs into the Champions League final for the first time. And the way he bought this team, I started supporting this team in 2014-15 to be a football fan. And when I saw this team, when Poch came in, there was a total new philosophy in the football club, new formation, direction was different. Every year you could see the development of the squad and development of each stages in each part of the Premier League phase, league cup phase. If you can see, when he came in 2014-15, no, this team badly used to qualify for the Champions League. He's brought them into that stage. Second thing was that in the cup phases, we used to get knocked out at the second round, third round, quarterfinals, and we weren't consistent enough. He's brought them to the semi-final stage, that stage where people are now started to talk about can he win trophies with Tottenham Hotspur. He's brought into that phase, finishing third, finishing runners-up. So when you can see the difference in this football club for the past 5 years of how he's going to bring this, how he's brought this team to this stage is something which we as all Spurs fans need to support him. I don't know if he's going to stay ahead after winning a trophy because to see in his point of view it's something correct I would say, but it depends upon Levy how he's going to bring up because it's onto him. If he's going to give money to Poach to say look, we'll provide you with this much amount, you buy these players, let's challenge for the title. If that is the focus which we need to think ahead, if any managers come, that's the focus need to be is we need to challenge for the title, try to win the title. You haven't won any trophy yet. We have the Champions League final, but yeah, we need to win the title. So this is the plan which we need to do is, do we need to keep Poach or bring in a new manager? So that's something which it needs to be argued. But as I would say, is a Spurs fan is to keep Poch. He knows the team well. Bring it up. Challenge for the title. Give him the money. First, win the try to win the Champions League, which is a really important game. Try to win the Champions League and give him the money and tell him to manage this club. As you can see, he has brought in many players like Sissoko into that stage. That holding midfield, we have Wings and Sissoko, who understands the game really well to know that keep the ball, put on the pressure on the players, challenge them, get the ball, move ahead, pass it to Ericsson, Ali, Kane, let them go ahead and score goals. So something which is that philosophy of the holding midfield players. And when you can see our fullbacks, we have Rose and Trippier who have performed really well in the recent years. But as seen, this year's Trippier's form has dropped really low, so we might actually go for a right back, which is really needed in our club. So a right back which is really needed. Aurier has been injured. Trippier has not been performing well. So these are the factors which need to be looked around. So that's where we need to spend money. And yes, as we can see, the main problem in our squad is the depth. We don't have any other players to rely on. Our starting 11 is good, but if you need to win a Premier League title, everyone needs to put full amount of effort. Everyone should have the talent. Everyone should come up and step and score goals, play their roles, what is needed. If everyone can do that as a unit, then only you can win a Premier League title. And that's what Manchester City has done for the past 2 seasons. Is everyone as a unit, understanding the manager's tactics, what to play, analyzing them properly, putting it on the stage, then only you can win a Premier League title. Or else it's not really hard to, or it's going to be really hard for a team to win a Premier League title without having a core squad with good substitute players, with good starting 11, with good academy players, building up, bringing in. So this is something which a high profile club needs to look on, and that's something which Spurs need to go ahead and look on. Yes, they have been doing it, but this is I would not say it's a weakness, but it's something we need to go ahead. We haven't spent anything in the transfer business. Agree as as a fan is the stadium. We need to pay loans. We have other construction areas to be built. So that is money needs to be floated in, and we have need to pay for the laborers. It's all the some factors as a thing as fans know. We understand that these are the money need to be spent. So now where do we allocate the money for players? Because if you see, compared to other bigger clubs like City and Liverpool, we aren't that financially strong to and Manchester United, who aren't financially strong to bring the money and spend it on players. So something which a club needs to look around is how we Spurs as a fan needs to develop as a club with the allocated resources. Uh, Look, the thing is that we shouldn't compare with other teams. If we compare with other teams, it makes no sense because their financial strength, their squad, their development is totally different from each and every team. So to see currently, we are doing well as a unit. We are doing well. We have been improving our squad really well. Something which we need to not do is not to go down anymore. We have already come to the stage. We are in the finishing stages. We need to go ahead. One thing our team needs to know is that okay, it's the Champions League final, but if we don't win that final, we as fans should not get depressed and say that oh, this club is useless. There's no trophies in this club. Look, we have been developing. There's something which you need to see as a team is what have we done in this past 5 years? Where have we brought this club into this stage? Yes, trophies will come for sure. I guarantee you there'll be a lot of trophies in the Spurs squad if we have this team. That's something which we need to note down. If we develop like this, there will be trophies coming in the club, and that's something which every fan wants, and every team, every opponent teams tease us. Oh, you don't have trophies, you're useless. So something which every fans note at us. But yeah, as a unit, we've been performing, improving really well. That's what made me becoming love in this club is why doesn't this team actually win trophies when they have the capability of winning? When you have the capability of winning trophies, you need to go ahead and win it. With the players we have, we aren't that financially strong, but yes, we have good academy players. We have good tactical scout. We have good scout people who can actually scout players and bring them into the team and have developed really well. It's taken them some seasons to come to the shape, but yes, really good scout. More than the scout is our manager making them good. So something, these are the factors brings up in the football. More than splashing out 100 million, 200 million, 300 million is how does a manager manage a team with the allocated resources. That's how we need to rate the managers. Yes, every manager is different. Some managers won't join because they won't like to play that type of football where they have these type of players. You give me this much money. Every manager is different, but Poch is kind of manager who knows how to manage a club with the allocated resources. I know that Levy has gone to and said no, we can't spend this season. He's gone ahead with this team and said, okay, I'll take care of this club for signed a contract for 5 years and said yes, we can. So something which he has developed in this club, and yes, we need to see in this factor. So yeah, so let's go ahead in our Champions League campaign. Manchester City versus Spurs. It was the quarterfinals. First leg going 1-0 up. Son Heung-min scoring the goal. Now we talk about the second leg. Very intense, very intense. Lot of decisions made, rash decisions. City fans will be fuming with the handball of Llorente. Yes, agree with that. It wasn't a handball. As a Spurs fan, I'm saying, and as all pundits may be saying this is handball, but it's a goal. Goal is done. It's sorted. 4-3. We go in. VR decision. Raheem Sterling, thanks to VR, something which needs to be bought into football and is bought. And in Champions League matches, crucial games. So if that wasn't that, then City would have been through. So yeah, Lorna, look at see with the VR decisions how it has affected. 4-3 going to Ajax match first leg without Son Heung-min, no intensity in the squad, very slow play in the first two half, second half you can argue that we have put in some intensity of going forward and attacking, but still not good. Son Heung-min comes back in the club, still doesn't perform really well, but his appearance in the pitch brings him into the factor. But what a second half display in the second leg in the Champions League. The three goals by Lucas Moura was just world class. Just world class. That shows that passion. Something which players need to have is the passion and love, which I don't see in many clubs who are spending. Yes, that is something which is in Manchester City. Some players do have passion to play in that club, but the passion needs to be shown. If you have the passion, aggression, you can actually go ahead and win this thing. And Lucas Moura has done that. He's the manager needs to direct them about the club, what the club is, and bring out the passion out there. And the players also need to realize. So as a unit, you need to perform to bring it out. More than football, more is the psychological power a player needs to have. Yes, tactics is there. Sometimes tactics doesn't work every time. It's something which players need to give out when they go into the pitch. So these made us go into the finals of the Champions League. I hope we can give out a good performance and win this Champions League. I am going to go live. We are, as Spurs fan, need to celebrate this moment. First Champions League final. I'm really happy for this moment. Happy for how this club has been developed. We don't need to go there and need to be scared. Give out your full energy out there. All of us will be over there, even in Spurs Stadium, even in the Metropolitan Stadium. Everyone will be there. Everyone is going to scream out each and every player's name. And this year, we hope we will lift that trophy. We don't give a shit about the odds. If it's 4:9, you win 22 games, you win 150 games, you have won 100 and we have won 0 games. That doesn't matter. It's a Champions League final. One game can just change anything. So we don't give a shit about the odds. We only forget about the odds. Go into the stadium, give out everything, and yes, we can win this. This time we'll be the Europe champions. We can hope this. We don't see any comments of any fans, players or anyone who's going to comment and say that Spurs is a shit team. It's a final. You give out your heart. Even if it's Liverpool, Barcelona, any team we can defeat. The performance like how we gave against Ajax, that same passion and aggression you show against Liverpool, any team can win. I know Liverpool is also going to come into that place to win the same way. They are also an amazing team. Klopp has built this team. Virgil van Dijk, James Milner, Origi, Shaqiri, Salah, Firmino, they're all world class players. But compared to them, they have one slight advantage, which I don't want to say is have the financial strength to buy players, but more than financial strength is how you manage the team. With having the resources, also you need to manage the team. You can see Fulham, Brighton, or have spent have gone relegated. So yes, that is a financial strength which makes them go there. But still, yeah. So I am going to predict. I'm going to go a bit optimistic. A 2-1 victory for Spurs. I think Kane would start. It's a Champions League final. If he's fit, he's going to start. Kane and Son with the goals, and I'm going to say over there it's going to be Mohamed Salah goal. So 2-1 Spurs. Let's see what happens. It depends upon our team lineups, which is going to be released on June 1st, the night. Yes, I'm going to go live again. And yes, after this video, there's another huge event going to start on 28th of May. That is the ICC World Cup. I'm going to be analyzing each and every team and each and every game. And as if you have seen this, it's a really important event in world cricket. So yeah, keep on supporting my channel, and yes, see you soon. Bye.